Hey Tokelahoma, this is Tracy, and we have such a great show for you today. We have Toki Daniel in with Toki Teas and Green Grow Fest. We also have Robert Murphy with the OKLP in. So, Sunday, we are having a canna cookout here at the bunker at noon. We're going to have a live stream, and we are going to have Larry Reed, the Man on Weed, BRMC. So please come out. We're also going to have some speakers. We're going to have food, and we're going to have networking. Hope to see you there. Hey Tokelahoma, this is Tracy, and today we have a couple guests in studio. One of them is Robert Murphy. Robert Murphy, thanks for coming in today.
Oh, well, you're so welcome. I'm so honored to be here.
Awesome. Well, we are at the bunker, and you are a Marine, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. So do you like bunkers? Do you like ours?
I've spent quite a bit of time in bunkers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
This is a cool one though, right?
Yeah, although I don't see the sandbags on the walls yet.
Yeah, not yet. We might have to get some soon, right?
Yeah, possibly true.
All right.
Possibly true.
You are a libertarian also.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Definitely.
So tell me about being a libertarian.
Well, it's just the natural outgrowth of human existence. You know, you learn to that you have to think for yourself. You have to figure out how to live. You have to learn how to get along with your neighbors.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the Libertarian Party is all about. It's getting along without aggression and coercion.
Right. You know, it's kind of like coming together as a community.
Yeah.
And just enjoying each other, right?
Well, it's more than that, but yeah,
Yes.
That's a good part of it.
Yes.
You also have to learn to cooperate. You have to learn to be productive. You know, we live in a world of scarcity. You know, money doesn't grow on trees. I imagine there.
Well, unless you're the federal government, it does.
Yeah. But we live in a world of scarcity, and so you have to produce in order to live. You got to find food and water and shelter, clothing, things like that. It all takes work, but if you cooperate with your neighbors and your countrymen, your other people around the world, all of these voluntary relationships add up to automobiles, electricity. So when you turn on the light, you've got light, heat, everything you need to live. I mean, we live in a kind of a golden age right now.
We really do.
Yeah.
We really do.
Yeah. Turn the switch on, you've got light.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember in Boy Scouts hauling 5-gallon buckets of water from a pump into the little cook shack. And 5 gallons for a 12-year-old kid, especially my size, it's quite a bit. I can't automatically say how much it was, but maybe about 40 pounds. If you had to do that every day, like these people in India and Africa,
right.
and Eritrea, you know, you see people carrying buckets on their heads, miles
right.
to get home.
And you know, my papa at age 11 worked in a dairy plant in Detroit because he had to, you know, and go to school. So, you know, the generation, your generation and the older generation, they had to work, right? At a young age.
Yeah.
You had to work. You didn't just wake up and just everything was just given to you. You had to work for everything. And so I think that's why I like talking to older people, the older generations, because the wisdom that I get from conversations really helps me understand the way the world should be and what they've overcome, right? Because people my age and younger, everything's given to them, right? They go from moms giving it to them, to unemployment giving it to them, to everybody, me. How can I get this for free? And you know, nothing is free.
Oh, that's true. You have to pay for everything.
Yes.
In a way. The thing is that what we should be doing is paying attention.
Yes. Agreed.
You know, that's the thing.
Is it easy to distract people, though?
Pardon?
Is it easy to distract people from thinking and
Oh,
paying
yeah.
attention?
People are very, many people are very easily distracted.
Yes.
But, you know, that's part of human nature. People have different motivations, different ideas. Everyone's unique. And according to your temperament, you know, whether you're grumpy or happy or melancholy, everybody has various components and mixtures of the basic components of human temperament. And it's important to pay attention to that and realize that you have to deal with everyone differently but
Yes.
similarly.
Right.
The biggest thing, of course, is dominance.
Yes.
Dominance and status on the Maslowian pyramid of human needs. Everybody has motivations. They want things. I want this. I want that.
Yeah, that's true.
And in any human population, there's going to be 5% that is highly dominant.
Okay. 5%.
And then out of that 5%, there's going to be 1% that are extremely pathological.
Yes.
And those are the people that too often get into politics.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
All right, so politics. So you just ran for Congress, right?
I ran for the U.S. Senate.
U.S. Senate. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes.
Last year, not last year.
Yes, last year.
Oh, was it last year?
It was,
yeah,
last,
it was
year.
last year.
Yes.
That's
So
right.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
So do you think there was fraud in the 2020 presidential election?
Oh, I'm certain of it, that there was at some point in time and by certain people, but I have no idea who or what.
Right.
I just know, like Scott Adams says, the motivation is very high. The rewards for cheating are enormous.
Right. Oh, yeah, because...
And if you do it right, you know, you'll never get caught.
Right. And if you've been doing it for decades and decades, you're just going to work harder at it and get smarter at it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that there are teams of people.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Psychologists and computer programmers and things like this. I don't know, you know, what would it take to bribe, you know, one or two people in Dominion, the Dominion programmers that program the voting machines.
Money.
You know,
Money talks, right?
give them enough money and make sure that whatever manipulation they do
Right.
is undetectable later on. It can be done.
Or throwing them in a cell for something else they did, right?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 I mean, they know how to get people, for sure. So, yeah.
Okay, it's
Is it break time? All right.
break time.
All right, it's break time.
Okay, thanks, Tracy.
Thanks.
I need that shirt.
Hey, Tokelahoma, we are back, and we have Toki Daniel here.
What's up, guys? Glad
So
to be
what's
here.
up?
Oh, just another day in the life of Toki.
Yes,
Always going.
yes. So I am super excited to have you here,
Glad to be here.
and I want to talk about Green Grow Fest because I've been told about it, and I'm excited about it. And I know it's on 626 weekend. So tell me about it.
So it is on the 3rd anniversary of the day we legalized cannabis here in Oklahoma. God bless the 57. So it's going to be, so Green Grow has done expos from day one. They were the first expo. They are the most well-ran, thought together, branding expos in the state. This is the first year that they're going to do a festival. So it's going to be a Friday through Sunday camping weekend, EDM fest for all of you. That's electronic dance music. So it's going to be really a 3-day dance party. We're going to have bubble machines. There's a lake a little pond on site. It's just the largest laser show in Oklahoma. It's going to be crazy.
It is. And, there's a lot of ways to build our community. And I feel like the EDM, is that the same as techno?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm from Detroit, where techno was originated from. And I used to go to Techno Fest 15 years ago. And, to see it be legal and okay and not where we have to like run away from the police, you know what I mean, is going to be amazing. I'm excited to see in my lifetime how much we've had to regain our freedom from the state, but I'm here for it.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, cannabis ain't just a medicine, it's a culture for us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, especially having to be underground and secret for so long, it's become a culture.
Yeah.
So, yes, it is a medicine. Yes, we believe in the power of its medicine, but we also believe in the culture that it's brought many of us together.
Yeah. And do you think that's what part of the reason why it was illegal for so long too? Because it brings us together?
It's possible. It brought people of all colors together, and that probably was a problem at some time.
Yeah, because we're not fighting.
Nope.
We're not divided.
Hey, it's like Bone Thug said, if everybody smoked a blunt, the world would be a much better place.
I agree with that.
So
smoke weed every day.
That's right.
So I am a veteran. And so I was on meds. And so when I got out, I could finally use cannabis. And it saved my life. Because when I was on medication, I wasn't happy. I wasn't healthy. And then when I got to use this medicine legally, I was so happy. Like, okay, I don't have to go to a doctor. I can do my own treatment plan. And so I actually stayed in Oklahoma because of 788.
Yep. I mean, that's my passion. Is my mother got in an accident. I believe it was a boogie board or surfing accident in her 20s. Okay. And from that point on was hooked on pain pills for her whole life. Her mind started going out in her late 50s. And then my little brother developed her same addiction, except he was doing extra stuff with those pills instead of just taking them. We lost him 9 years ago when he was 24. Just went to sleep one day and didn't wake up. Then my mom went from taking the pain pills to her doctor feeding her downers with Xanax and stuff like that. So they were prescribing her the perfect concoction to kill her, and not educating her on don't take these things together. And it finally, those pills finally took her last December. So I am on a mission to go after every doctor that is just feeding pills, just to feed pills to these people, because we have all these laws about cannabis and who can get it, who can share it, and all that stuff. For the last year of my mother's life before she went to the nursing home, I was being sent to go pick up her pills. My father was going to be. Nobody had to sign anything for anything. I didn't have to show any IDs when I went to go pick up my mom's high-dose pain pills. So I just want marijuana to be looked at and being offered right next to these pain pills that are killing people.
Right. And, I completely agree because veterans die of opioid, substance abuse, overdose every single day. All these Americans, I've had it in my family too. It's horrendous. You think your doctor's there to help you, and you take these meds, and then all of a sudden you're going to get more meds because you're out, but you can't refill it, right? I have never seen someone who just uses cannabis like in that fiend, in that withdrawal, in that, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a completely different situation, right?
And that was my passion for starting Toki Teas was I had to figure out how we normalize it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could get people to be wearing, people like doctors and nurses and teachers and people in the oil and gas field, white collar people to be wearing cannabis shirts to show they're pro cannabis, to show stereotypes are dead.
Right.
Everybody smokes. Everybody medicates who needs it that is not afraid to use it. So if I could get normal people to wear it to where I'm no longer looked at in a bad light, well then less people stop taking pills and start taking cannabis.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was my whole mission for starting Toki Teas with my best friend Brent Baxter, and we put out shirts like the Power and Positivity shirt
Yes,
that we
I was
just
looking at
did
that.
for JKJ Processing.
Turn that frown upside down. Spread love, not hate. Do not judge.
So
I love it.
Yeah, that's something my brother says at the end of every one of his lives, and you know, he wanted me to create him a shirt that spoke just for him, and his message is all about positivity. So we thought of that shirt, created it, designed it, and people are loving it. I mean,
No, it's great.
we didn't want to put out typical stoner type shirts, you know, that were just all up in your face and stuff like that. We wanted subtle. Our Meditate shirt is worn by so many nurses across, I mean, we send them all over the country. So normalizing cannabis is what we have to do to make it to where nobody is looked at, judged upon, where doctors are no longer afraid to say, hey, cannabis is probably going to be better for you.
Right. Because they are scared.
Yep,
because
they
they're
are.
scared to lose their job because their job feeds their family.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing is, that brings me to a point. The system hurts everybody, and it's designed that way because when we have these open conversations and we have things in common and we figure out a solution for them without the state, there's a problem, right?
Huge problem.
And so we, the people, need to continue to do that, okay?
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with Robert and Toki. Hey, Tokelahoma, we are back with Toki and Robert. What's up, guys?
Just another day in paradise.
Yes, I agree. It's it's nice outside. It was kind of chilly yesterday, so.
Oh, it's gorgeous weather.
It is.
Now, we were talking, though, I wanted to ask you, you said you've got this T-shirt that says Gunjapreneur, and I wanted to know what is your role in the industry?
So I started in the industry trying to look for work, and I was going to events, passing out my resume, offering services for free because I had another job that paid me all right.
Okay.
Nobody hired me, but as I was going to the events, I noticed nobody was doing T-shirts,
Okay.
not even selling T-shirts. So I've always been good with words, so I came up with $600, printed 60 T-shirts in 3 different designs, and have been going ever since. So this was probably like our 5th design that we dropped, that we wanted people who are also entrepreneurs in the cannabis industry to have a shirt to wear that shows they're ganjapreneur.
And I saw on your page that you have a Tokelahoma shirt. Like, you just posted it, and I was like, oh my gosh.
That was one of our first 3 designs. It was a green Tokelahoma shirt. I wanted to do it in a crimson and an orange and black. My partner was a little scared to touch the collegiate scene, but later on, a former OU football player convinced my partner to do it. So now we have a Tokelahoma in the crimson and cream, a Tokelahoma State shirt in orange and black, and then we also have jerseys that say Tokelahoma and Toke State with
Awesome.
788 on it.
I love it. I
It says
need one.
patient on the back of it.
Yes, I need it because I'm Tokelahoma. We're Tokelahoma. We're Tokelahomans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're in Oklahoma and we like to toke.
We do.
626.
Do you have a silkscreen operation in your garage?
Nope. I partnered with one of the best print shops in Oklahoma City who does
Awesome.
all of our printing.
Ah, okay.
I'm not a hands-on guy. I like to be the pretty face of the company.
Okay.
The man behind the curtain.
And, I'm the idea guy, the promoter, the
Yeah.
social media guy.
Marketing, all that.
I'm not the guy to get my hands dirty.
Okay. Well, it's all right.
That's okay.
That's probably your role.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more of it.
That's true.
Probably so.
See, I don't like to get dirty either. I like to mingle, and I like to plant seeds with people. Like, hey, we should talk about this, or we should do this.
Mhm.
Because my brain is always just, okay, what about this, or what about this? Like, noticing that there weren't any teas at that event, that's something I do, too. Is I go to something, and then I kind of just, like, hot wash. What's going on?
Yeah.
What happened? Okay. What could we do better there? How could we do this better?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
so-
I knew not only did I want more people wearing cannabis shirts, I knew that there was fixing to be a lot of companies
Yes.
that were going to need printing. So,
Yeah.
who better to print for you than a cannabis-friendly print shop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
Toki
good.
tees.
Very good.
Toki tees. Like that's,
Right.
I mean, I love it. I like to wear, like my shirt right now that I'm wearing, and what does it say? And the
Yeah.
drug war, the other one too. It's just from libertarian candidates. It's just a guy, trying to build his small business
Yeah.
with the shirts and sweatshirts, and I want to buy some of yours too because I don't want to go buy from Walmart or I don't want to go buy from the other places. I want to
Yeah.
buy from small businesses working to feed their families.
Yeah.
Because that's important to me.
Agree.
That's good. Support your local ganjapreneur.
Yes.
So I have to ask you, is it crazy nowadays you grew up in all
Oh,
sorts of
God.
eras.
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
Oh, he's got.
did
good
you ever
stories.
see this time
5
coming?
years ago, I would not have believed. Although there was a time back around 2002, I was driving through the Panhandle late at night, and there was top 40 country radio on the radio station, and I heard the song. Oklahoma boys roll their joints all wrong. They're way too skinny and they're way too long. I'm not. I don't roll it because I use a
holy
ball.
roller, so I just use a ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I
And
love
I
it.
thought, if that is playing in top 40 country, within the next decade at least, and here we are.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I was in Vietnam, I smoked my first joint in August 1966 in a tent with a candle on a footlocker. And I remember,
I love it.
and the candle got further and further away, and the voices got softer, and the music was playing. It was quite a thrill, that first get high.
It was.
I tell my friends, I smoke marijuana every day for the last 50 years, and I'm not addicted yet.
And he's still kicking.
I'm
See?
still kicking. That's right.
People who are on pain pills every day
Yeah.
for 50 years would not be sitting here with us doing this
no.
interview
No.
today.
No,
Now there's
no.
a gentleman in Norman. He runs something called the Cannabis Museum, I think it's called.
Ooh.
It's an online museum.
To go
He's
visit this
yeah,
place.
online.
collected all kinds of bottles, medicine bottles from the 1800s, early 1900s, where cannabis in various forms was used in tinctures and medicines. And he's got pictures of all that. And I helped him do Penn State University has the papers of, what's his name? The guy that got marijuana made illegal. Oh, I'm an old fart now and I can't think of it. But there was one man particularly, used to be a revenue agent in the 20s. So he lost his job as a revenue agent. He was married to
I don't know who it is.
some
But I don't like them.
Yeah, well, yeah, he is famous for articles like, you know,
Reefer
your
Madness
your
and
daughter is going to be seduced by blacks and Mexicans because they
I don't
all
see a
smoke
problem.
pot, and you know, it's the inspiration and the for what is the famous movie? Uh,
Reefer Madness? Is
Reefer
that
Madness?
the movie?
yeah,
I don't know. I remember, I went to school when DARE happened, and I'm seeing medications pushed at home, and my mom misusing all kinds of drugs. But I'm also in school seeing that marijuana is also bad, and my dad was in Vietnam too, and so I've always been like aware of what has been going on, but I'm ready to get cannabis decriminalized on a federal level.
oh
What
yeah,
is going on? Why is it still illegal?
it's an industry.
I know.
You've got an entire industry of cops and robbers. You've got
Yep.
all the the mental health people. You know, you get busted for pot in a state where it's bad. Well, you're going to have to not only pay a fine, but you'll have to go to mental health de-addiction,
yeah.
anti-addiction training.
Yeah, we got the narcotics here. Look,
Yeah.
busting people for it. Oh, they're legal, but they were selling it on the black market. Okay, no, you just weren't getting your cut of it. That's all that was
That's
really
right.
happening.
Yep.
They were still
Yep.
helping patients.
That's right.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
all right. Well, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
also, I talked to the Oklahoma Libertarian Party state chair, and he said, whatever you need for Green Grow, he wants to support you and help you. And yeah, so we're looking forward to it.
We'll holler.
Yes. So thanks for coming in. Thank you. And we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. Look back online, this ain't GTA. I need to know what's the ETA. I had to hustle, I don't know no easy way.
Hey, Tokelahoma. This is Tracy, and it was such a great show today. Thank you, Robert Murphy, for coming out, and thank you, Toki Daniel, for coming out. I appreciated your conversations. All right, so Sunday we're having a cookout here at the bunker at noon. Please come out. Please come out to network with us, see the bunker, and see what we have going on here. Have a great week.